get on those.
Did,
whatever committee you go to.
Yeah.
So instead of the per diem coming to us, then it would go to you.
right,
Do we do $50 per day or as assigned by meeting? I mean, I don't know. I'm suggesting this.
Denise, what per diems entered into it? You know, all meetings or
It's on now, thank you.
meetings outside the county?
It was meetings
or-
outside the county, like your community corrections or your CPT. I think we just got one sent from one of you guys to attend. I can't remember what it was last week, we just got one. from
Probably
somebody.
Region 5,
I was just gonna say Region 5.
yeah.
So it's just outside entities.
Right.
It's not your ones that you attend here.
Yeah, it's not your,
Finance facility, anything at the county, you never got them, but, I mean, that's for discussion, like Lou said, or Commissioner Maska said.
So, Mr. Chair, what it is, it's just $50 per day, per meeting. So if you have 3 meetings, you get $50.
Yeah.
It's only one per diem.
Well, that's kind of what, I thought that's what you said.
Yeah, I think, I mean, just to start it in that direction, I don't know.
And clarify again, that those are like meeting, they're not personnel or department head, or they are?
No, in the past, they were not. They were outside entities. Like if you went to TriCap or something.
TriCap
Yeah,
or
outside
airport
entities.
or.
Development
And those,
board.
of course, are only set up through their agencies. So you might tend an outside one that doesn't have that in their policy or their procedures or, I mean, I don't know
But
all
at the same
those.
time, you would never collect 2 per diems. I mean, if Region 5 gives me a per diem, I wouldn't ask the county to give me a per diem also.
Exactly.
Right.
I think this per diem probably pertains to meetings, any meetings you go to. I don't think this is just outside of the county, Denise. I'm
Well, no,
pretty,
that's how it was, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
That
okay.
in the previous, that's why I'm saying this is up for discussion, like
Right,
you
right,
brought it.
right.
But previously, it was just outside entities. And that's how it is still now, is outside, and they'll send the check to our office. And we receipt it in. And that only came about when the commissioners decided to go to a salary.
They can still do that, keep sending the checks into us, and we can have our own internal system of paying our per diems for the meetings we go to.
Yeah.
It makes no difference. It's just the same as a salary, you just pay, it just depends on
Yep.
how many meetings you go to.
That is correct.
So somebody that misses a lot of meetings may not get, yeah, I think that's the better way to do it.
Well, definitely incentivize,
The
to go
attending.
to the meeting versus,
Yeah.
and it had to be, you'd have travel, it wasn't a Zoom meeting,
Right, right.
It would have to be a half travel
You gotta be
meeting.
in person, face to face, it can't be,
Most of them have transitioned to that anyway, now.
Yeah,
we have the option, sometimes you have an option, sometimes you
Yeah.
don't, based on what the agenda is and what type of financial information has to be reviewed, so. Okay, then, good discussion. Anybody else want to discuss either that more or
Would you-
percentages or whatever you want to?
Would you still go with a percentage? Last year, we took 0%.
You're asking
That's
me
up
or
to you.
that-
Well,
I
just
I mean,
for discussion, you know.
right, right.
I mean, I personally came into the meeting thinking that there would be a slight adjustment, but not even probably where we are settled some of our things at, to be honest with you, but that's just my opinion. I'm one. I think Randy sent us some information on Douglas, right? Was that? Yeah. Which is our neighbor, and so,
What was that? What happened? What did Douglas do?
well, they were like,
Sent theirs already, yeah.
yeah.
You have the
What were they? Do
numbers
you
for
remember
those?
the number there was?
I don't think I got those.
Let's see if I can find that.
I think we're all kind of in the same
Yeah.
general dollar numbers,
Yeah, and they had really good discussion as far as the per diems, because some of them have 4 or 5 meetings a day, some of them have only 3. The hospital board, they said, is a real big animal over there, but.
I mean, I don't know if there was an exact science behind my percentage thinking here, but I was thinking that the board would get like a 2% raise and I actually never thought about per diem, but I'm glad you brought it up, so.
Well, the way it's going, we're getting more and more committees
say-
assigned, so.
And I don't know if my number even is spot on.
Right.
It's almost half as much as what we did for contracts and stuff or whatever it was, and
Mr. Chair, if I may ask then.
And
so if
I
you
think
would-
we talked about maybe just leaving the chair and vice chair, leave that right where it is.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm just questioning, just so I understand. So on this board action, then, would we leave salary as it is plus add $50 per diem per meeting? Is that how
But
you
we were
would
talking
write
about
this?
maybe a percentage also on
Oh, okay.
that.
But I mean,
just-
if we would go the per diem way, is that how this resolution, you'd keep your
Per
salary,
day,
but then you would add per diem? I'm just,
Yeah,
in-person committee.
nope, I just want to make sure that if I have to rewrite this, that I,
yeah, no, you have to keep the salary. You can't dump that and think $50 a meeting is gonna get you anywhere.
Just checking
My
where you're-
goodness, my goodness.
Well, anyone else want to chime in here, or otherwise we got to make some motions and
We do.
and make some decisions, so. See, Randy, what are you thinking?
Douglas went 3% commissioners.
And they have $100 per day per diem.
Right.
Okay, thank you for that information.
And I was just going to share, I know the budget, when the finance committee met, there was a 3.5% increase to commissioner's salary budgeted on what's been planned. I'm just going to share that so you know that. But per diem was not included. It was just a 3.5 increase on the salary.
Right, we didn't talk about per diems at all, so.
Right, that's fine.
Mr. Chair, I think, and I'll make this a motion, I think we should go 3.5% this year and then look at the per diems next year, because we're gonna have to budget for that. Because if, right now, if we throw per diems into this, it's gonna throw the budget way off. Correct?
I don't
Well,
think
that
it'll
would
throw it off
depend on
that
the
much.
number of meetings, and we don't know that right now.
We don't, and we'll have a pretty good idea of what we have for meetings at the end of the year.
So you've made the motion to do 3.5%, and that's the motion.
That's it, yeah, 3.5% increase.
Okay, there is a motion to increase commissioner pay to 3.5% increase. The second would be needed for it to continue on in the procedure.
I'm not against Lou on this at all, but I would like to get a better handle on the per diem thing. Just so I don't wanna set $50 and when $100 is probably more realistic or something, but I would give a second on the 3.5%.
We have a motion by Commissioner Newman and a second by Commissioner Denny at that level. Any further discussion? To my left? To my right? Can I hear no further discussion? Do we have to do roll call on this, or do we just have to do a voice vote?
Just a voice vote.
Okay, well, I'll take a voice vote. All in favor of 3.5% increase for commissioners' pay, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, ayes have it. That's what we set then, thank you. Good discussion. Next up is County Attorney Budget Discussion 4.2. We have a presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I did submit some materials via email prior to this meeting. I'm not sure if all commissioners have had an opportunity to review it yet, or if they would like to. I would defer to the board before saying any more.
Thank you. So that's the presentation. I did just see it. I haven't really given it a full Monty review, but we will move to 4.3, which is establishing this 2026 county attorney salary. And if you need some time to read through it, go ahead. I'll open up to any discussion or.
If I could ask John, when did you send that? Because I did not see yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Becker, so as not to violate open meeting laws, I sent it only to the chair and vice chair and to the county coordinator, thinking that the county coordinator would then pass it on to the remainder of the board. For what
I
it's
did
worth.
receive it from the county coordinator, if that's your, I mean, we did receive something from the coordinator.
No, Attorney Lindeman, I would apologize because I just was reading it actually 5 minutes ago. I had been in meetings and interviews all morning, so I did not have the chance to forward it on to the commissioners. So they have not seen that yet. So they're gonna need an opportunity to read it.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Chair, and I don't know if we need a point of order here, but I can cut to the chase if the board is comfortable. The county coordinator was able to gather the actual salaries of, I believe, 26 out of the 28 comparable counties used in the Gallagher study. The average salary is, for 2025, 5.4% above what I made, just to keep things simple. And if you'd like later to go through my duties and responsibilities and my performance and my experience and qualifications, that's fine, but I feel like a 5.4% increase for 2026, which will still keep me behind the average, presumably going forward, is fair and reasonable under all the circumstances. And that's $158,824.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Jackie, you want to say something?
Yes, I just got it, so I was just able to forward it. Should all be in your emails.
158.
Thank you, Jude, for doing that.
So John, what were you asking for?
5.4, is it?
Yeah, a 5 point, which I figured is, it's a step plus COLA. It's about what everybody else is getting for those who have settled. $158,824, which again is the 2025 average for county attorneys from a great majority of the comparable counties that Gallagher used last year.
And just as a point of reference, I think I did share with the board earlier that John did budget, this was presented in his budget for the county attorney's office. In that budget, it's shown, he's asking at a 5.57% increase.
Thank you.
And I shared that with you.
Okay,
Discussion?
yeah, I'd love some discussion to keep things
Right.
moving.
Well, I mean, the way I'm looking at it, I mean, he's maybe a little below average and we can get a little closer to right in the middle, but I'm gonna make a motion for 3.5%. Just like we're taking.
Okay, and we have a motion on the floor to increase the county attorney salary by 3.5%.
I'll do a second.
And now we have a second at that level of 3.5%. Further discussion? Any discussion to the left of me? Any discussion over here on the right? All right, hearing no further discussion this time, we'll take this to a voice vote. All in favor of the 3.5% increase for our county attorney for 2026, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. At this time, we are on to agenda item 4.4, which is county auditor budget discussion / presentation.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I submitted information for you commissioners last night to review. My cover letter follows Coordinator Bauer's request for duties, responsibilities, performance, experience, qualification, and comparable information. And you will note in my information that I submitted, I did submit the top 20 from the comp study, and in working with HR, my analogy on the increase was to follow the same process. So granting a step +1 and the COLA to get where I'm at. And in the comparisons that Coordinator Bauer sent you of other counties, I did notate on that information I sent you that comparing to counties, you can't compare them because we're all shifted in duties. In my case, I do board and finance and car fleet, and many auditors don't. They have a finance department. Many auditors don't do clerking to the board. And so comparing those, plus also comparing, there's been a shift. And so a lot of auditor treasurers are 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. And I have 11 years as auditor treasurer and 37 in the county. So I just wanted to make note of that on that information she sent you. And then I also sent along a big packet from the Auditor Treasurer's Manual from the Department of Revenue, and that is quite a chapter I sent you. I believe it was like 18 pages long. And really, in looking at that and how it's listed out, it astonishes me the workload that my office does and that I'm responsible for. When you see it actually in paper, it's, I do the work, but I didn't realize it was that vast. So I will leave that up to you guys to decide now. Or if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And I did bring
Yeah.
paper form in case you didn't have time to look at the emails. So if you want the paper, I do have the packet.
Wonderful, thank you very much. As with the last agenda item, we could have some discussion if the team is open to that.
Denise, thank you for getting that to us in a timely manner. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, that was nice.
There's a lot of reading, and I apologize, but I wanted to follow what her direction was for us. And again, I realized that John went with a percentage, but I did not do a percentage. I don't think it's fair because I was following what the county's following as the comp study. In the past, all elected officials used to be on the comp study, and for some reason, a few years back, they took us off. I do know that they say we're not supposed to be on, but I find other counties are on there, even their electeds, so in my opinion, it would be nice to be on that, so we wouldn't have to do this every time. I would appreciate being on, I would really appreciate being on the comp study.
I would appreciate that as well, but here we are.
Yes, sir. Okay. Move forward, we would encourage any discussion or motions, thoughts.
Discussion. I mean, I feel like I said, I think I said about John's, she's right about average, I think, in the middle. I don't think it's too far behind.
Yeah.
I'd make a motion for 3.5 again.
We have a motion for 3.5% increase for the 2026 county auditor treasurer's salary. To move forward, we would need a second.
I would second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Noska, a second by Commissioner Denny, and we would entertain any more discussion before a vote. Anyone to the left of me?
I'm kind of, when I'm looking at this and when we're voting on some of this, I had a discussion with some other commissioners from other counties, and we should start taking in consideration longevity, how long they've been in the position, how long they've been with the county. That should be a factor on this.
On both elected versus non-elected, or?
Well, as far as elected go, I mean, we have not put that in consideration, so I think it should be. And I kind of don't agree with the 3.5, but that's, yeah.
Thank you. Any further discussion to the right of me? Or to the left? We do have a motion and a second. Did you want to say something, Barb?
Yeah, I'm wondering if 3.5 is a little bit low. I look at the responsibility of that office and where we've gone with the finance committee in the last few years and the money we've been able to save by working on that finance committee, so I guess I would like to see it a little bit higher.
Thank you. Okay, any other discussion, left or right? We don't have more discussion. We'll take a voice vote at this point. This is for the 2026 salary for the county auditor treasurer, and it's been motion to 3.5%. So all those in favor of the 3.5% signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Passed.
Thank you.
Next up is the county recorder presentation. Welcome.
Hello. So I also emailed, it was late last night when I did do that, so. I guess in mine, I just went over how busy our office has been the last couple of years. And the savings and the additional revenue that I brought into the office since I've been recorder. That's kind of in my letter. So the second sheet, I have listed out the increases, our biggest being in our vital records this year, and our driver's license and the recording. I'm currently sitting at about a month and a half extra ahead in revenue compared to where our office has been in previous years. And it just is because of all the additional work we've done. And I didn't put a percentage down either, as I don't feel the percentage is comparing apples to apples.
Okay.
So I asked for 84,000.
Okay, thank you. I'll open the floor for discussion or motions or, well, those two things would be about the best, so feel free.
I'll open up for discussion.
Thank you.
I think that Kim should get a raise. You took on another department under you. And I think you're low compared to other counties also.
Yes, there's the first point of discussion.
Yeah, I agree, Barb. She's very low compared to our neighboring counties and anywhere else around.
Some agreement over here on the right, left.
I think Kim's doing a good job.
Thank you.
And she's overseeing everybody and, yeah.
She does, and I know when we were going through the GIS, trying to figure out where that belonged and whatnot, we had some discussion about, we didn't want it to be more of a financial incentive to take it on, so her and the other parties involved in that decision didn't keep that in mind. So just, like I said, it wasn't like it was driving, like you take this on, you're gonna get paid this much, but we do recognize the extra duties that go along with that position. So yeah, you said there is substantial amount of work there underneath you, and I feel like that position is undervalued.
Thank you. Okay, very good discussion. And thank you for taking on that extra role.
I
this
do
point,
enjoy
we-
it. I look forward to continuing that.
Good. Okay, at this point, we need a motion to establish the actual wage or wage increase for 2026.
And also, again, the amount that Kim is requesting was the budgeted amount that she had in her budget, the 84,000 annual.
I will make a motion to go with the 84,000.
And I'll second it.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Becker, a quick second by Commissioner Newman. There any more discussion to the right or to the left? Hearing no further discussion, we'll take a roll, or not a roll call, we'll take a voice vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Established. Agenda item 4.8 today is our county sheriff budget discussion presentation.
Good morning, Commissioners, or good afternoon, I guess it is.
Yeah, I made this, good morning.
Normally, it's good morning when I speak with everyone here. The only thing I really have is I go by what state and comparables are. On the comparable, I'm 11.4% below average, and on statewide, I'm 13.25 below. And I'll leave it up to the board on what they think on increase.
Very good. So it's a time now, 4.9, to establish the 2026 county sheriff's salary. And we have any discussion or motions to entertain, discuss, listen to?
Sheriff Allen budgeted a 3.5% increase in his budget that he proposed for
you.
his salary.
I'll make a motion to increase by 3.5%. 3.5.
Thank you. Made a motion at 3.5% increase for the sheriff's salary for 2026. We need a second to move that on. I'll second it. You go. Okay, any further discussion? Left, right? No further discussion, we'll take a quick vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
I think that adjourns, that covers all of our, thank you, all of our agenda items. So I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Denny with the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Nasi got the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Meeting closed. Adjourned. Hey, Tim.